Hey there. Ever wonder how your phone or smart speaker understands your questions and finds the right answer? Like, hey, what's the weather like today? It's not magic, it's AI working behind the scenes. But here's a mind-blowing twist. When it comes to structured data, like databases, spreadsheets, or even social media networks, traditional AI models struggle. They're great at chatting, writing essays, or even coding, but when you ask them to find all customers who bought red bikes in the last month, they freeze. That's where a breakthrough study from Novo Nordisk comes in. Researchers there developed a new AI framework called STRuCT-LLM, which teaches machines to think like detectives, connecting dots in both tables, like SQL, and networks, like Cypher. Let's break down why this is a game changer. So what's the problem? Imagine teaching a robot to read two different maps. One is a grid of streets, SQL, and the other is a web of interconnected nodes, Cypher. Most AI models treat these as separate languages. But STRuCT-LLM says, why not let them learn from each other? Here's the trick. They used reinforcement learning, a technique where the AI gets rewards for getting answers right. Think of it like a game, where the model earns points for translating a question into a correct database query. But here's the twist. They added a topology-aware reward for graph tasks. This means the AI doesn't just check if the answer is right. It learns to understand the shape of the data, like how nodes and relationships connect. And the results? Unbelievable. Their largest model, QWQ32B, crushed benchmarks. On SQL tasks, it improved by 13.5%, and on Cypher by 73.1%, a massive leap. But the real magic. It didn't just get better at these specific tasks. The model started solving brand new problems it was never trained on. For example, it outperformed existing systems by 8.5% on table-based questions and 1.7% on knowledge graph queries, all without extra training. How did they do it? Two key ideas. 1. Chain of thought, COT, supervision, forcing the model to think aloud step by step, like a human solving a puzzle. 2. Joint training on both SQL and Cypher. By mixing these tasks, the model learns shared patterns, like filtering data or joining tables, which transfer across formats. It's like teaching a kid to ride a bike and a skateboard at the same time. The skills overlap, balance, coordination, but each activity has its own challenges. STRuCT-LLM leverages that overlap to build a more versatile AI. What does this mean for the future? Imagine AI systems that can seamlessly switch between analyzing sales data, mapping social networks, or even decoding biological pathways. This isn't just about better search engines. It's about creating tools that truly understand the structure of data. So here's the takeaway. Traditional AI models are like monolingual speakers. They excel in one domain, but struggle when faced with new data formats. STRuCT-LLM changes the game by training models to reason across structures, whether it's a spreadsheet or a social graph. The study showed that when models are trained on both SQL and Cypher, they don't just memorize syntax, they learn to reason about relationships. For example, a dual-trained model nailed 42.5% of Cypher tasks and 40% of SQL ones. But when given just a few examples of problem-solving strategies, accuracy jumped to 57.7% on Cypher. It's like giving a student a cheat sheet before a test. They crush it. And here's the kicker. These models hallucinated less. AI often makes up answers when uncertain, but STRuCT-LLM structured rewards during training. Think of it as a teacher giving feedback on grammar, logic, and clarity, kept errors in check. So why does this matter? Real-world data is messy. Databases evolve. New languages emerge. The study proved that models trained on multiple structures adapt better. When tested on MongoDB query language, a completely new format, they still outperformed single-task models. It's like teaching a kid to ride a bike and a skateboard. They're more confident tackling any terrain. Thanks for watching. If you want to dive deeper into the datasets or models, check the links below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into AI and tech. See you next time.